Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. And today is our weekly cult meeting, Wizard Wednesday, channeling in from the Quantum Downs. This is the Black Goat of the Wood, Elf J Trul. And joining me on stage is...
the Big Fuzzy Bear. What's going on, people? We're having a good day!
Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear. And who else do we got up here?
What's up, everybody? You got your friendly neighborhood kobold, Jitsi.
What up, Jit?
What are you trying to do? Your best Dotta impression? Can I get some energy, please? Brah.
My bad.
If he's going to do a Dotta impression, then that would be no energy. I think. So he did it right. Speaking of Dotta, Dotta is not going to be here today.
Which is crazy.
He doesn't love us anymore. He's gone, guys. It's just me and
streak
Al.
for 2 years, right? This is the first step.
He's got better things to do. No, Jitsi, I think this is actually his second. Am I wrong, Bear? Is this his second or is it the first?
I think it might be his... I don't know. Who knows? He always shows up. We always show up. That's why we're here.
He definitely
That's
has
why we're
the
going to
best
win.
attendance record out of all of us. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. I have the worst.
I think mine's worse. Let's have a competition who has the worst attendance record.
Okay, great. I'm going to sign off and just keep working. I'll see you later.
All right, let's get nuts. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We have a comic update. We have a potato apocalypse. We have cult questions. I want to talk a little bit about the Rainbow Wallet. We got a Dream Master bot. But let's just start with Bear, your favorite, the comic update. What's the deal with the comic?
Yo, I don't know what the flip is happening. It's fine. Listen, as I've complained about before, the comic book industry is antiquated. That's the nicest way for me to say it. And there is this company, I think I've talked about it, but long story short, there's this company, Diamond Comics, that is like, they have a monopoly on the entire comic book industry. Even when you have a publisher, every single publisher who wants comic books in a store has to go through one company to get them into the stores, and that's called Diamond Comics. And so there's some delay on Diamond Comics' side, but they will be here this month. I sincerely apologize. I'd like being a person of my word, but I think, yeah, it sucks, but it's still coming this week. So just wait a couple more weeks. I believe the date is December 26th, so it's a little late Christmas present. On the positive side, comic book issues 2 and 3 are available for pre-sale. Some of my favorite covers are in these 2 issues, specifically talking about the one with the egg, and the sword and the snake, and so anyway, so I know we published the order links for international and for domestic U.S. orders, so go check those out. But yeah, so it's coming. Just be a little patient with us. Listen, when we have to trust other people to do their job, it doesn't get pretty. Because what I realized a long time ago is no one really does their job. You have to do everybody else's job too. A very smart boss I had a while ago was like, your job is to do your job, and then your job is also to do everybody else's job. I was like, okay. And so that's where we're at. It's all good. The comic's beautiful. We sold a ton of copies. We're sold out on issue number 1, which is really cool. So just stay tuned. And I think December 26th, they should be in stores.
Yeah. I know you may not have the answers for this, but do you happen to have an estimate on maybe when the second run of Volume 1 to come out? Because I have a lot of people DMing me like, "Oh no, I missed it. Is there any chance I can get it again?" And I'm like, "No, you'll definitely be able to get it again. I just don't know when, because even the first batch, we don't know when it's coming." Well, I think
yeah. So that we will likely do. We have to go through, because basically what happens is a lot of these stores, they take the pre-orders, right, and so they're filling them. And so they order all the comics that were pre-ordered, but then they typically they typically order a number of comics on top of that number. So when it hits, we'll make sure to tweet out. You can check if you didn't get one. You can call your local comic book shop, and they'll likely have some extras there as well. So, and if not, and if that's not the case, then I think it takes about a month for us to sort of like look at all the numbers, and then get together what a second print would look like. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's how it works.
Pretty exciting. Exciting that we got it sold out so fast.
And everybody gets a freaking code for the Runeverse game. How cool is that? That's called franchise management, people. It's called integration across different media expressions. That's what we do here at Magic Machine.
Yeah, it's amazing how difficult it is to like connect things in the comic to things in the game. Like those are two separate teams. Just syncing one page in the comic up to make it all work is an insane amount of emails.
Yeah, Bear,
and
you
work.
actually, yeah, Bear, you actually leaked the. I said you actually leaked the comic page with what the offer was earlier in the Discord. So I was like, okay, I'll just post it on Twitter. I'm gonna pin it up, by the way, for anybody who hasn't seen. It's like a cool rocket mount, and you get 3 rolls at the Font of Memories. So pretty good deal. You get a comic for like $5, and you get 3 rolls and a mount.
It is a good deal.
Yeah, I by accident put it in my tweet, but not super by accident, because I don't know if y'all have been noticing, but kind of like becoming a micro influencer on Twitter. It's no big deal. Like whatever. Just gotta. I got the algo, baby. With some help from my friends. No, but I think I posted it in one of the Twitter threads. Because I'm just coming out of ApeCoin DAO was just like, how the hell? There's people that don't know Forgotten Runes. I literally was like running through walls like the Kool-Aid guy. Like I was like losing my mind. And so now I'm on a mission for everybody to understand and know what Forgotten Runes is.
Yeah, Bear has been pretty cocky in the Magic Machine Discord lately because he almost has more followers than I do. Which frankly, I think Bear should honestly have more followers than Dotta and me combined because he is the network guy. So keep going, Bear. We're pleased with your networking skills.
Thank you, sir. I will continue to network with the network. Wait, there was something else I wanted to say that was also. Oh my God, I got off of a freaking sweet call earlier today. There's a lot of really fun stuff happening with Goblin Town, so peeps be watching out. That's coming soon, and I think people are gonna be super stoked about where we end up. I don't even know where we're gonna end up, but I have a small group of people that I'm talking to. It's quite exciting.
Yeah, my input from that is just getting rejected from the Machi DAO was probably the best thing to ever happen to Goblin Town.
Preach.
Well, Bear, while you're on this roll right now, I'm going to go to cult questions, and one of them I think would be good for you to tackle. So Blackwater is asking, he is simply asking, when show? And I know you can't say what you've been doing on that front, but give a little tease at least.
I mean, listen. I wish we could not engage with the typical BS of Hollywood, but we just got to go through the motions, friends. I don't know what to tell you. That's why all like the big streamers and media companies are like, they're trying to figure out how to like create a business. Like they're shitting the bed, and there's going to be a big sort of, I guess you could call it like flippening about how they run those businesses. But those where they are now have implications on new shows. But I'm feeling really good. There's also a bunch of really fun stuff that, of course, I'm going to tease and I can't say anything. But a lot of really fun sort of paths that have like opened up, I could say, to us, opportunities. So yeah, I just got to be patient. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but this is the process. I think I was like talking to an agent the other day about something related to the show, and like we were lamenting about how like the average time it takes for a movie or a TV series from like when the idea first sort of hatches to actually being made and then airing is like 7 to 10 years. I promise you're not going to have to wait that long. I promise. But I'm just trying to say, like, it just takes a long time. Everybody loves to waste time in Hollywood because once you make a decision, then you have to sort of live and die by that decision. Everybody in Hollywood, for the most part, doesn't like being accountable for decisions. So that's what we're waiting through. But it's very exciting, all the stuff that's happening there. Sorry, I can't give more details. I'm done.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense when you consider a lot of stuff that comes out of Hollywood as of late is very playing on the safe side. Like, let's just reboot franchises that people already have like close memories of. That's pretty safe. People are going to buy tickets for it anyway. So
yeah. Speaking of animation, the last thing I'll say is, Elf, have you watched Scavengers Reign yet?
No, but you always ask me, and other people have asked me about that. I have not.
Dude, get on it. It's an amazing show. I love it.
Yeah, it does look good.
And it's Titmouse, too. It's Titmouse.
It's on HBO, right? Or Max?
Yeah, I think so. Why is Entropy? Entropy is like having like a Tourette's attack with the emojis.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like
what does he not like? He doesn't like Scavengers Reign? Entropy, you have to explain yourself, dude.
I'm going to trust Entropy's opinion on this.
I'm a Scavengers Reign maxi, so you better watch out.
Here he comes. Here he comes to throw down. Throw down.
No, you misunderstand me. I love Scavengers Reign, and I think it's a travesty that Elf, you have not watched it yet.
Oh, okay.
That's a thumbs down. Yeah, thumbs down. Thumbs down to Elf. Everybody, let's get a big thumbs down to Elf. Let's see it. Big thumbs down to Elf. Yeah, get out. Dump on him. Isn't it so good, Entropy?
It's incredible, and I was making sure to tell people this too. If you haven't seen the original animated short, that's like 6 or 7 minutes long, it's on YouTube, and it's in the same style, but it's from 6 or 7 years ago, and there's absolutely no dialogue in the entire thing, and it's still just absolutely captivating and like breathtaking. And just like as a general creative person, I watched this and got sucked in and was so inspired by it in so many different ways, like character creation, world like building. It's just, I feel like it's a required reading sort of thing.
Yeah, Elf.
Okay, I'll watch it. Jeez,
watch the damn show. Also, have you seen Miyazaki's new film?
Yes.
Entropy. How good was? How was so weird. It was awesome.
It was really good. I was super impressed with the voice acting, and it was just, I mean, it was also just really cool to see a Miyazaki film in theaters. I have not had the chance to do that before. I've only
I bet Emily hated it, right? Emily probably hated it.
No, she really liked it.
Just kidding. Just joking.
She loved it. Anyways, yes. Sorry, I made it confused, but you gotta watch. It's too good.
Let's make a whole list of animated shows that Elf needs to watch. He's required to watch before he gets on the next Wizard Wednesday.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I thought you were the master of animation. Like, let's see it, brother.
Elf, you should see Fiona and Cake. Did you see Fiona and Cake yet?
I saw that.
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, Elf. That's way up your alley. You've seen Adventure Time, right?
Have I seen what?
Adventure Time. You've seen Adventure Time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spin-off of Adventure Time, except it's actually geared towards more mature audiences because they figured that everybody's watching it is very much going to be more mature anyway. So it's really good. You'll like it. Yeah. It ties in really well with Forgotten Runes, I think.
I agree.
Waz, the one who bing bongs, have you seen any of these shows that we're talking about?
Nothing.
Voice again.
Jitsy's seen it. Jitsy's seen it.
Seen what? Which one?
What? Jitsy, goddamn it! Stop trading shit coins.
I said which one? Which one are we referencing? I saw half and then half I didn't see. Oh, yeah, I've seen a couple, but I just went and saw the Miyazaki film as well, and I thought actually the ending was a little bit so I wasn't going to comment, but here I am.
Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm going to take the rest of the week off. Sorry, I got something to watch because I'm tired of getting made fun of on Wizard Wednesday. So.
Bear has no leg to stand on. I recommended an amazing movie to him roughly 4 months ago, and he promised he'd watch before he came visit me over in my city, and he has yet to watch it still. So don't let him give you any crap.
Jitsi, how many times are you going to recommend Shrek to him? He's already seen it.
Yeah, dog. I did a rewrite on Act 2 of Shrek 5 or whatever. Come on, I know that.
Wait, you wrote on Shrek 5?
You didn't know that?
I don't think I did.
I helped rewrite the third act of one of the Shreks, the one in Hollywood, where they go to Hollywood or whatever.
There's a Shrek 5?
Oh, Shrek 4. I don't even know what number it is. It's just Shrek.
Shrek goes to the moon.
You know, it's Shrek. Remember when it's like they go to like Hollywoodville or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I Shrek 4 or 5.
Well,
sorry. All right. Enough of Shrek. Let's go to some other questions. Okay. So Nahua is asking. Okay, first of all, Nahua, how did you? Okay, he's asking hints about the Warrior Burn / Valhalla / Colosseum. How did he know that we were potentially talking about this behind the scenes? Or have we talked about this in public?
About what?
About Warrior Burning / Colosseum?
We've talked about it, or we got hacked. I don't know. One or the other.
Okay. So Nahua is looking for a hint. I'll give you a hint. All the items in the Athenaeum, including the ones that are in the Advent Burn, those will probably play a role in this warrior event. How's that for a hint? So there you go. And then also Nahua is asking, any of the main collections be used in the Goblin Town game? You know, that is actually a Dota question.
No, I know that question.
Oh, okay, go for it.
So the tokens themselves aren't being used, but there are goblin crates, and there's 3 tiers of goblin crates, and each one of those goblin crates has, let's say, call it like starting pieces to play Goblin Town. And so all the collections within Forgotten Runes will be getting an airdrop of these different crates, and the highest tier, meaning the crates that have the most pieces in them, will be dropped according to our collections the way we normally run it, right? So like Beasts, Wizards, and Souls, most high priority, then Warriors and Ponies, and I'm not sure if I don't think we're airdropping the Athenaeum holders. I don't know. But point is yes, indirectly we'll be using them because everybody who holds gets airdrops for the game.
There you go. That makes sense. And then Nahua is also asking, Bearskin, how's your back?
You know, my back is doing much better. Thank you so much for asking. Some people just don't care.
Some don't care.
Elf never asked me how I'm doing. I'm just kidding. He always
That's
does.
not true.
It's doing much better. I've been going. It's not true. You always ask. Elf wants me to be healthy. It's good. It's good. I've been going to physical therapy 4 times a week. So I'm feeling much better. I'm standing. I have a standing desk now. No more sitting for Bear.
Nice. All right. Let's see. We got a few lore questions. Snoop Dogg is asking, does time move at the same speed across the Runeverse? And will there be a weather in the Runeverse game? Matto, can you answer that? Does the Runeverse game have weather cycles or?
Weather cycles are not planned, but but I think there are ideas for like different regions having like weather effects, right? Like we have like day and night cycle that we had like in the pre-alpha build. And that cycle actually was going through like way faster than it's planned. It was like kind of more to show off the day-night cycle, and I think we realized when we actually had it like in game that it was probably like a lot of people were saying like it happens too fast. That's not the intended speed that's going to happen. And by the way, but yeah, I don't think there's any plans for an actual weather cycle to be happening throughout the game. Just certain regions may have some weather effects like snow and such.
Sure. Okay. Cool. And then as far as just like the Runeverse conceptually, yeah, I mean, I would say like the way time moves in the Runeverse is fairly regular, but I do think that the Runeverse runs on a different timeline than the IRL world. You know, it's sort of like, and I don't know if you ever read the Chronicles of Narnia, how the Pevensey children, they go to Narnia and they live entire lives there, and then when they come back, they're the same. They come back to the same age they were when they left. Yeah, I think it's kind of like that. I hope that answers your question, Doug. V-Mark is asking if the black goat goes from the Runeverse in 2023. What does he bring, and what does he take when he goes back? Honestly, V-Mark, I don't think I understand this question, but I'm gonna answer it in the way I think you mean. Like, if I was to go to the Runeverse, what would I take and what would I bring back? I would take an empty jar, and when I get there, I would put a little bit of Quantum Shadow in it, and then I would bring it back. That's what I would do. Okay, Slim is asking, how is Bear's uncurable brain degeneration? Bear, that's a question for you.
I mean, you can't stop it. I'm just losing my mind a little bit every day. I am slowly going crazy. I don't know what to do about it. I'm just trying to hold on for dear life.
No, honestly, guys, the bull market is really having an effect on Bear. He's he really is kind of operating at a whole new level. I thought he was crazy last bull market. I think this one's gonna do him in.
I think you're right. Honestly, that's why. Thank God my back went out, because I had to stand still and chill out for the last 2 months, because once January hits, I'm like a rocket ship to the moon, baby.
No, he really he's always coming into Discord saying you won't believe who I just got off the phone with. They're gonna do this, this, and this. And Dotta and I are like, bro, chill for a second. Might not be a good idea, but we're glad you're opening these doors.
I can't hear you. I'm doing backflips.
No, but definite bull market vibes going on, especially with all the stuff the Bear's doing behind the scenes, and it's that goes to the show, that goes to Goblin Town, that goes to a bunch of other things that we can't even talk about. But man, I'm excited for 2024.
I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my plums.
So you see what I mean?
That's inappropriate. I could get canceled for that.
He's saying shit I can feel it in my plums. It's just constant with it all day. It's too much.
I'm going crazy. Slim, I'll still beat you in a wrestling match. Don't even come at me.
All right. Let's talk about another thing. So as I'm sure most of you have noticed in the Secret Tower Discord, or actually in the Wizbots channel, our very own Magus Wazir, our Dream Master on staff, has made a new it's Dream Master V2 bot. It's a new AI art tool. And man, this one it hits different. It really does. Waz, I don't know if you're here and if you want to talk about it for a bit, but it's just so much easier to use, and the results just look so much better than V1. I mean, I was really having a lot of fun with it.
Is any other project building AI bots in their Discord? I don't think so.
Yeah, not that I know of. At least not as good as the ones that Waz builds.
Unless Waz is just stealing all of his ideas from another NFT project, we have no idea.
Yeah, but no, it's very cool. Man, I don't know if Waz can hear us, or maybe Waz. I don't know if Waz, you're on mute if you're trying to talk.
His mic is broken right now.
Yeah, right. I think he's just embarrassed because his first words after 2.5 years was "Bing bong."
Yeah, totally. All right, well, I guess we won't say much about that. It's very cool though, Waz. You did an awesome job. So yeah, go use it. It's in the Wizbot channel. Okay, another thing. Bear, do you guys want to talk about points in the Rainbow Wallet?
Sure. I'm just happy that you used my redemption code or whatever. Thank you.
I did. I used Bear's referral code. But now I'm going to put my referral code
Don't use
tower.
Use mine.
No, use mine.
God damn it.
Okay, here's mine. Boom. Yeah, because basically I need more points than Bear. Is really the only reason. It'll be a shame if he has more points than me.
We're late to the party, dude. Like, if there's people who have like hundreds of thousands of points, I'm like, I got 303 points.
I know, dude.
I'm so pathetic. Jesus.
I know. Dotta was like, I only have 30,000 points. I'm like, damn, dog, I've got 600. But yeah, it's man. Is this like the new meta? Like nobody wants tokens anymore. They just want points.
Yeah, they want redemptions they want IOUs for tokens now. They don't care about the tokens anymore.
It's so weird. People want free money. That's so not Web3 NFTs.
Yeah. Well, the beauty of points is like everybody has a different idea of what points eventually will be. So it just really plays to the hype that everyone's got in their head.
Yeah, and everyone also has a different idea of when the points are going to drop too. There's like nobody knows when these points you're going to be able to redeem them in like 6 months maybe, but nobody even cares about the protocol anymore.
Totally. I mean, for all we know, points could just be redeemable for socks. But Machi would like that, right, Bear?
Yeah, Machi loves socks.
he wanted socks over burning ape coin.
No, he wanted socks over $500,000 of prize pool money to be spread to people who play the game. By the way, I'm still waiting for him. I go into his DMs all the time, be like, when are you sweeping wizards? When are you sweeping wizards? I'm like all up in his grill.
Good. But yeah, I also want to give a shout out to our very own Lore Punk. She wrote a really nice article on NFT Now about the whole rainbow thing. I was looking for a guide last night, and then Lore Punk drops one this morning. It was super helpful. I think we should talk more about like things in general happening in the crypto market. We never do. We just always shill wizards all of Wizard Wednesday, and sometimes it might be interesting to break out a little bit.
I'm super into that. I'm super duper into that. What should we talk about?
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's anything more to say about Rainbow, but it's a really cool wallet. It's so much easier to use than MetaMask. If I was MetaMask, I'd be shaking in my little foxy boots.
There's a lot of. I recently, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to like say their name, but someone in the cult, he's a dear friend. I've been able to hang out with them IRL a couple of times. Taught me basically how to like yield farm across a couple of different sites, and it was so interesting. I'm not programmed. My brain, as you can tell, is like deteriorating, and I'm not really good with. I'm not like a day trader. My brain isn't wired like that. I'm not programmed to like just chase after money, chase after something that's cool that hopefully makes money. And I got to like experience and learn how to like farm across all these different platforms like Parcel and Drift and all these other things. It was so interesting. And apparently this is how people make a ton of money. I don't know. I mean, not financial advice. You'll probably lose all your money if you do what I say, but it was really interesting.
No, it is. I remember I didn't get too many airdrops last year, but I got 2 big ones. ENS domains was one of them. And yeah, just like airdrops are so sweet. I don't know who you were talking about, but our good buddy Solo Pop has been posting really good threads lately on how to farm a few DeFi protocols. Yeah, I am not good with DeFi products though. I have to use all the really simple art stuff for airdropping, but
yeah, me too. It's just, you know what it is? It's like there's only so many things you can be really good at. And what I've realized is people, like it's a full-time job. Like the people make it sound like, oh my God, he's like yield farming and it's so easy and blah. It's like not easy. I mean, technically, once you understand it, it's not hard, but the amount of time that you have to dedicate to it,
yeah,
the organization that you have to have, people are like, yeah, like do these like 50 steps and then like do it across like 20 wallets. And I'm like, excuse me, hell no. I cannot live that life. Like I couldn't do it. It was too boring.
Yeah. Yeah, Entropy, Matto, do you guys have any good airdrop alpha? Guess not.
I heard that if you
They're
hold
not yield farmers like us.
I don't know. All I heard is if you hold some particularly magical NFTs, you might be getting some airdrop of a crate to help you in some game. But
there you go. There's the alpha.
That's right. You're farming wizards. I like it. Forgotten farmers.
Bear, I wish you could just like spill more alpha on the conversations you're having about Goblin Town, but I guess you can't.
God, no. It would be inappropriate, to say the least. Although, I am quite inappropriate on a regular basis, so...
Matto was going to try to trick me into spilling alpha today, but Matto, I think Bear has more than I do.
I'm sorry. I just feel like everything is really going to work out. I feel so good about the cult. I feel so good about the project. I love the team, like my family, and I don't know. I just feel like everything we've talked about it so many times. So I apologize, and I try not to like rant too long, but like I think we always believed in like just over delivering many things, and then we would eventually hit this point where there was like a compounding effect. And people would just start to sort of realize, right, all these things. They sort of like we put something out, and then people are like, oh, that like brings them in, and then they realize how deep it actually goes. And I feel like we're getting closer and closer, and I'm just like I'm vibrating all day long.
You are vibrating, dude. Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I feel you. I like how you said, "I'm sorry, but wag me," is basically what you said. But yeah, it's true. Man, I thought Nalgene was going to come up today, and also Frog. I told them that it was mandatory that they came up, and they didn't do it. And I got to say, I'm a little disappointed.
I see young Nalge right now with his little cute dinosaur costume, just sitting there.
I see them both.
Yeah.
I see Nalge and Frog sitting there, totally disobeying.
No one ever listens to us. Let's just get real.
I know.
Barry told me to do this thing. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'll just do it myself.
Entropy, do you have your hand up?
Yeah, I was curious. The little 3D wizard that Frog posted either earlier today or yesterday. Can you tell us if that's official cult business or if that's a creative side project?
Sometimes Frog just shares little bits of magic in the Discord. We had no idea he was making that, and he just dropped it. I think it was last night. But like every time he does that, our whole team is like, shit, now we have to do the whole collection like this because it's awesome. But yeah, no, I think it's for now, it's just for fun, but who knows, man. But yeah, it was super cute.
Elf, I think maybe it might be fun to touch on, just to improvise here, a little jazz, touch on like wait a minute, Baby Dotta didn't want us to talk about sort of the high level plan for next year. We probably shouldn't talk about that. Just like how we want to, like, this is what I'll say. I'm going to be as like vague, but also try to say as many things as possible at the same time.
Yeah.
I think what's important, going back to like what we were joking around in terms of like franchise management, where there's just all these different sort of components to Forgotten Runes, and we're constantly trying to, oh god, someone's trying to empty the trash near my office. That's really loud, sorry. Trying to juggle all these different components and have them intertwined. And I think next year we really are going to get more serious about how all of these things interplay with one another, whether that's different token collections, whether that's a narrative story, canon, games, you name it, like all the things, the comic book, like all the things that like we've sort of touched on. I think we're going to be really doubling down on getting clear around certain moments in time and having them all sort of work harmoniously. And it's really exciting, and it takes a ton of planning, like you were saying, Alf. I think we're at our best when we put all these components into like this intricate maze and they all sort of fit together, and you can kind of experience them like at the same time or part of this like moment in time, I should say. Am I making any sense whatsoever?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just put this on top of it. So one thing I think like the community has been asking for just a lot over the last, I don't know, 6 months or more was just more storytelling. And like for me, I always got hang up on like, okay, but how do you want me to tell the story? Do you want it like storyboards on Twitter? Do you want short videos? Do you want like just blog posts? Like, how do we tell a canon story from Magic Machine? And so I think we figured out how to do that. And I'm not going to say exactly how we're going to do that, but what I will say is like, what's going to be really fun in 2024 is every event that we do, we're going to tie it to a single storyline that goes the entire year. So yeah, we're just gonna like merge storytelling with mechanics, with all the media questions, and just have it just be sort of like one meta expression, if that makes sense. And so yeah, and I think we're gonna do it in a really fun way. We're gonna do it through a consistent character. And like what's really cool is like the storylines told in that will be also told in the TV show script and potentially the comic and whatever else.
And like the token events themselves, right? Like you think
Yeah.
about like Trick or Treat, or you think about the Burning, or you think about like the Beast auction. Like those all sort of they weren't one faceted at all. They're quite like innovative, I think. But I think we can layer a lot more meaning on top of that and introduce those themes and those concepts in like baked and steeped in storytelling.
Yep. Yeah, like last year was very, it was just, it was a bear market. And what do you do in the bear? You build. And I think we like just the 3D collection alone took like almost the entire last year. And so we built in the bear. We built a lot of Goblin Town in the bear. Even the comic, it really like it freaking took like a year to get the whole deal done top to bottom. And so it was just a lot
and
of
the production of the comic. Like it was a lot of like making the pieces, and now I think we get to like assemble them like Voltron and have them like work together.
Yeah, exactly. I think 2024 is going to be defined by like bringing all the pieces together, because like even the 3D, like there's going to be a lot of really interesting places these 3D game rigs show up. Wizards and Souls. And so yeah, like everything we built in the bear, I think is just really going to play a huge role in 2024.
What are you talking about? Comics don't take long. You just got to hire somebody in Fiverr to make like 5 pages. And easy peasy, you're done.
Also, here's the other thing that we're kind of leaving out. I mean, I think you mentioned it, but like speaking of Maddow and the Runeverse MMO, like that's a part of it too, right?
Yeah.
And so like that is a major component to it. And so I think all of these things, if we can sort of exercise the vision the way we want to, I think it could really light a fuse.
Yep. What up, Entropy?
I just wanted to make a mention of you guys were talking about the 3D models and kind of like all the work that has been done in the past year, kind of proliferating out forward. I logged into board Elon Musk's Snow Crush experience that they put on today. This is kind of like a little challenge. And I was super kind of surprised and delighted that my wizards were all just right there for me to pick. I didn't have to reconnect my wallet, do anything with it. They were just right there. And to boot, I've picked up a few more wizards since the 3D Halloween experience. So I got to try on all of my new wizard skins and pop around in there. And this in particular was really cool because almost all of the people that logged in were playing the like default square block Minecraft characters. And there was like maybe 8 or maybe like 10 wizards running around with these really dope skins. So it was cool to be part of that crowd.
Yeah, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about taking your character. Entropy, you said it better than we could have. It's like it's these like surprise and delight moments. And again, it took a year and doing the whole collection, scratching that whole collection in 3D, starting over, Elf leading the charge, and then now like you can go take them to these other places. And I think that's the power of like building properly and with like intent and vision, because then now all of a sudden it really at the end of the day just empowers the cult to like go be themselves in other places even outside of the Forgotten Runes realm.
Yeah, we are privy to a bunch of 3D metas that are being built that we're not allowed to talk about, but there is one I can talk about. Nifty Island, I'm sure you guys are aware of them. Their team just impresses me constantly. We talk to those guys in DMs a lot. I think that they're going to be launching something big. I don't know if it's this month or next month, but like 2024 is going to be huge for Nifty Island. Wizards, of course, will be deployed into that platform. And I don't know.
And you'll be able to like they approached it so it's like it's almost like taking a page out of Minecraft or Roblox or even now Fortnite with Fortnite Editor, where like wizards are going to be able to go in and not only will I think they'll be a home base for wizards, but I think people are going to be able to build their own wizard games inside of Nifty using their tools, which is like that's bananas.
It's so cool. Yeah, we're gonna have those guys on Wizard Wednesday soon, just to help them get the word out about their launch. Bear, do you know exactly when their launch? I feel like
I don't know if they've announced it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I believe it's this month, to be honest. But I don't want to speak on their behalf either. But everybody here is going to know because we're going to have Charles and the whole team. They're all goated beyond belief, and yeah, it's going to be. They're building something really special. Those guys really know what they're doing.
They really do.
I think when a lot of these 3D metas start coming out and like a lot of people start like flocking more to them, people are going to notice a lot more. They're going to notice the wizards walking around with all their 3D avatars, and like I think there's only a handful of projects that even have really 3D integrated into the project, and I think most of them that do, they have like maybe like like standard models, maybe like 100 or so that are made that like they can cycle through, or like like one standard model. There's very few that I know of that really have like the entire collection made entirely in 3D and rigged. Or like they'll have their collection, but it won't be rigged. It'll just be like, all right, here's a 3D file you can download and then figure out yourself, right? So,
yeah, that's what's so exciting about it. I talk about this sometime, how I think like the metaverse is an exponential vector for any project, and if you can make your assets truly interoperable, meaning you've got a 2D and a 3D version that are game ready, then it's an exponential vector, because it's just like the more 3D metas that are built, the more the farther your tokens can expand, and then that just that increases your network effect. Like other players will see your token, they'll see your character, they'll maybe want one, and it just spreads.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, how cool was it that we had the Halloween event, the Nightmare Imp, where we were walking around in 3D, and then the week later we went into the Runeverse in 2D, and it was like the same token, the same characters. We were able to just play seamlessly from one experience to the other experience, and like it just plopped in perfectly. Like, and that's going to be spread even further. Like, there's just other games we could just plop in, and we'll already have assets ready. So
it's so damn cool. It really is. Like all during the Bear winter, people love talking shit on the metaverse. Oh, I thought the metaverse was going to be built. Where is it? Where is it? It's like, damn, dude, give us a year. But I think we'll really start to see it pop off in 2024. And like, it might not even peak in 2024. Like I think probably the best ones are still a few years away. But the vision, I think, is totally achievable.
Yeah, games take a long time to make. I think a lot of people underestimate that. I think if you notice a lot, like I think Kickstarters are a very good example of this. If you ever look at Kickstarter games, it's like they always promise and like they never meet the demand, and their fan bases always get pissed off. It's like, oh my god, we paid for this, we paid Kickstarter this, and it's like 3 years later and it's still not out. And like the game actually comes out like at a certain point, right? But like ends up being it a lot of times. Like the good games, like if you look at stuff like Omori or stuff like freaking Shovel Knight, like, or like they have like a long dev process before they actually come out. And when they come out, they surprise people, but it's like it takes time to make that. Even the game developers themselves like underestimate how much time it takes. So it's like even outside of that, expecting people to know, it's like it's going to take more than a year or two to make a good experience, right? If you want something that's quick and like an asset flip from Unity, like sure, that's something that you can spit out in like a month. But like if you want something that's like built from the ground up and like a good experience, that's going to take 2 years minimum, probably 3 years. And we're not even that far. Like NFTs really started popping off like 2021, really, where they really had like the concept of like what they are today, even though they've existed before then, right? Like the modern NFT didn't really start existing until like 2021, really. So it's like, if you're going to take that into account, like it's going to be a while before we really see. I think next year when it's like, we're going to see like a lot of alphas popping up and betas. They're going to like show people like, this is what like we're building out and it's going to like, excite people, but we're not going to really see that flourish until like maybe like 25, 26, right? So.
Yep. I totally agree. Yeah. It didn't help that Mark Zuckerberg suddenly the face of the metaverse when he changed the name of his company.
Oh my God.
Lame like selfie with a low poly Eiffel Tower. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, and then he tried to damage control. He went on like the Lex Freeman show, and they did like some like live preview or whatever where he.
I saw that. Yeah.
It was cool, but it was also like, oh, by the way, this isn't really like ready. Like this is literally just something that we did for just the Lex Freeman show, and like it's way too far advanced for like anybody, like the hardware and stuff that are required. Nobody's gonna be able to run this, by the way. But we wanted to show like it was complete damage control.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, but speaking of Meta and Mark Zuckerberg, Bear, do you have any alpha on that front?
On Mark Zuckerberg?
Well, oh God.
Yeah, I can. I mean, like, yeah, sure. People talk about meetings they had. Like, yeah. So an old business partner of mine, when I had my VR company, is now running partnerships at Oculus inside of Meta, and so I went over there. And had a really interesting meeting. He showed me everything that they're planning. Some really interesting things that I think they're even stepping outside of the headset in terms of like devices that will be able to plug into like their quote unquote metaverse. It's called Horizon. And so, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up doing something with Meta. I think they were really impressed with, first of all, the models, but also even like our first outing in 3D with Edison was like our numbers for that were comparable and beat a lot of the things that they actually stand up and do partnerships with. They'll partner with studios to like market a new movie. They did. There's this big thing in Los Angeles called Halloween Horror Nights, like Universal Halloween Horror Nights, where they like have like this really big sort of haunted thing, whatever that you go through. And so they did a version of that in in headset, and they were just really impressed with how many people we could push. And so, yeah, I think it's totally within the realm to be doing something with Meta and Oculus. I know them really well. When Oculus first launched, and Elf, you know this, when Oculus first launched, my partner and I's studio, I think we made we created like 30% of all the content on Oculus when it launched. And so we know those guys really well. We helped them perfect even like their live action 360 camera. And so, yeah, I think there's a lot to do over there, but I am still like recovering from the VR sort of hype cycle and dump cycle. So like, I'm pretty hesitant. If we're going to do something, I really want it to be meaningful. It's just hard to like program and spend a ton of time for people who just have headsets. So that's what I'll say about that.
Yeah. Zuckerberg may have single-handedly killed the metaverse, but I don't think it's over. I smell a resurgence. I smell a rebirth on the horizon. Oh,
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, well, and then as far as VR goes, I don't think it's dead either. I think we'll see it come back. I actually really like VR. VR at its best is a great experience. And I think the killer VR app is still on the horizon as well.
I totally agree, and I'm not going to dox you, but Elf actually made something for Google VR during that sort of crazy VR cycle, and it was super awesome. And then we ended up doing a bunch of stuff together also in VR. And so, yeah, I think my son goes into his Quest I would say like 4 nights a week. He still plays all the time. But what was interesting about what my friend was saying is that whole team, and I actually really respect this, is like, I guess Zuckerberg is like, he spends like an exorbitant amount of their like budget at Oculus on like tech that's like 10, 20 years out. Even though short term that's not paying dividends, and like, you know, when they report like what division is making much money or they're losing much money, it's not great in the short term. But like, I respect that he's working on the contacts, he's working on all of these devices that, you know, are very far from being able to like get cheap enough to manufacture for like consumers, but he's like pushing the envelope. We just don't get to see it ever, you know. So I give him respect for that.
Yeah, I think the Apple Vision Pro, despite everybody like ragging on him because of the price
did we lose
tag,
you?
I think that
No,
actually has.
Okay.
I think that actually has huge.
So yeah, that's Meta, and their offices are right down from the Bear Cave too, so it's nice, very close.
Hold on, Bear. Can you hear Matto? He's talking.
Oh, sorry, I can't. Oh, let me leave and come back. Sorry, Matto.
It's okay. Nope. I was gonna say, I think that the Apple Vision Pro actually has like huge potential. I think like despite people ragging on it because of its price tag, I think that if there's any like ecosystem that will get people interested, right, it's probably gonna be Apple, and it's probably gonna start off as like very like niche because of its price tag, right? Because it's like the first gen, and like it's only gonna be people really like jumping into it who are like really into the tech. But I think like that's what's gonna really get builders into the ecosystem, because like they already know Apple is gonna be like a good cash cow to jump into. So it's like there's a reason why people put stuff on the Apple Store, despite there being a 30% haircut that Apple takes into their pocket, right? It's like they need Apple like for that platform. So I feel like when that comes out, it's probably going to push a lot more developers to build a lot more VR apps, and it's going to be more seamlessly integrated with the ecosystem, and people are going to make more smart stuff with it, because like it's a laptop, right? Like the reason why it's so pricey is because it's a MacBook strapped to your freaking face, right? Like it's really powerful. So like it's going to be able to run a lot more stuff that's like more powerful than like what the Quest can run, right? Because just out of the box, it just has so much processing power, and there's so much going on with it. And I feel like it's going to take stuff like that like at first it's probably not going to catch on like too hard, but I think it's going to be gradual hits, but like as the technology like moves on. Right now it's very like fun. That's like a toy. Like my little sister plays freaking like Gorilla Tag on like her Quest, and that's the kind of stuff that I feel like that's the experience that like is going to really get people in, because like it's pretty just like a fun, just like game that you're just literally monkeying around, right? And it's like that doesn't seem too like impactful, but like at the end of the game, like at the end of the day, the kids are growing up with like playing Roblox in VR and playing like Gorilla Tag in VR. That's their first experiences, and that's what's going to really like kind of like get them more integrated into it than like adults who are like, I'm too old to play like Gorilla Tag or like Roblox, right? So like it doesn't really click with me. But like those kids are going to grow up and they're going to want to play those experiences more. So
Gorilla Tag is goated, by the way.
Gorilla Tag is super fun. You can get ripped playing it too.
Jitsi, tell us about Gorilla Tag. I don't even know what it is.
Oh gosh, you haven't seen it? It's like this. I've only seen it played, maybe played it 1 or 2 times. It's like is it on? Where can you grab it? Actually, now I think about it, I don't even know what platform it's on. Is it just on Quest though? Can you get it through like Steam VR or somewhere?
I don't know if it's just on Quest, but I know.
But it's exactly what it sounds like, right? It's like you play as a gorilla and you guys basically play tag, but like you have to like have actions that are connected to like your VR headset as you're doing it. But it's like a super fun game. It's like, when did it come out? 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or something? But tons of people play it because it's just super fun. Very simple game, but great.
Yeah, like you have to stomp the floor like with your fist, as if like pound it as if you're a gorilla when you want to like jump. So it's like it has you actually perform actions. So
I love the idea of VR. I think it's such a cool industry. I just think I'm a big believer in the headsets make you deaf, dumb, and blind, and gamers don't really like that. There's like 2 types of gamers, right? You have your casual gamers and you have your hardcore gamers. A casual gamer will go play VR and really enjoy it, but they're not going to keep on buying things you put out for them because they're not your hardcore gamer who's playing daily, right? And so like hardcore gamers don't really enjoy VR because it's just the games aren't there yet. It definitely leans more casual. And again, you're going deaf, dumb, and blind when you can have like you're used to your PC and keyboard. It just isn't the same, right? So when they find a better way to capture both audiences, and I think we're definitely like talking about something, but it's so far away, right? Like I dream of the idea that you can start playing, let's like play, say FPSs, right? And I've seen they have a platform called Omni that you can basically kind of like run on it so that you're feels like kind of like playing paintball, but digitally almost through FPS, and you can measure what you're looking at. Like that's awesome. But the barrier of entry to do that is so expensive and such a high like learning curve that it's really turned off for a lot of players, right? So I don't know. I love the idea of VR. I just don't see it coming back for a while. We'll eventually get there.
Yeah, I am very curious about Apple's VR headset, Matto. I have high hopes for it, but yeah, it probably will be niche in the beginning. Kind of, I mean, the iPhone was pretty niche in the beginning, honestly.
True.
So I don't know. The idea that of mixed reality, I think, is what's really going to set Apple's headset apart from many of the others, which might be interesting. I don't know. I know that the promo video for it looked very compelling and made me want to buy one.
They're only $3,500.
Yeah, can we get Magic Machine to buy it for me?
It's so much money. It's like one of the biggest problems too with gaming is like everything gets great too. Is like the cost to experience and play these things. Consoles like the low budget icon, and then you have like PCs which are anywhere from $500 to like $3,000, and then 3.5 for like a headset that's going to have like questionable games at first. It's like such a hard thing to sell, I think, to a lot of gamers.
Yep. Okay, well, we have 3 minutes left. I have an idea. Let's go over the Cult Content Chronicle.
By?
What? Compiled by?
The the illustrious Tanya Del Rio. Every
That's right.
damn week.
Every damn week, week 47.
We love you, Tanya.
We really do. All right, diving right in. The Mallet shared some really fun pieces. I don't even know what these things are made for. They're like a real life pixelated sculptures. I don't know. I don't know what you used, Mallet, or NFTTommy.
Yeah, and NFTTommy is in the crowd. I mean, do we want to have him up, or do we want to run through the whole cult content?
Well, I'll run through, but NFTTommy, if you want to come up and tell us how you did it, put it in a request.
And we can talk a little. We can talk a little bit about the giveaway we're going to do of those pieces that he's been sharing.
Wait, we're doing a giveaway?
We're doing a giveaway, baby.
All right, I didn't even know that.
Need to know basis.
Cool.
Need to know basis.
Okay. Okay, number 2. Give a Hoot commissioned a really great piece from Pakilia. Yeah, this is a beautiful piece. I love the way that this artist drew Give a Hoot's wizard. Super cool. Magus Devin Matto got a lovely commission from okay, I'm gonna pronounce it as Machi NFT. I'm not sure if that's correct though.
Technically, that's fine. Yeah, it's in Japanese. It is Machi, but you can probably just put Maki because I mean, it doesn't have an H in English, but in Japanese it does have the CH. So
got it. Okay, cool. And what's really fun about it is everybody's favorite doughboy bread friend appears. Matto, do you own a bread friend?
I got a bread friend and I gave it to Bread last year.
Oh, perfect.
Last year.
The perfect Christmas present. I love it. Okay, Tiki Teki. Tiki Teki made a really cute Christmas card, a pixelated Christmas card with basically the Santa wizard and 2 adorable kobolds. Meeple Dad is still on his Lego streak. Meeple Dad made some rose artwork with a nod to the Order of the Eternal Rose. Wizard Small has a fun thread showcasing his latest Wizard pixel art. I believe that this is going to be an airdrop or a mint at some point soon. Bear, do you know? I think maybe you know more about that, or maybe we're not supposed to say anything. I don't know.
About which thing?
Wizard Small's project.
If Waz had a mic, I'd let Bing Bong talk, but his mic's broken. There's something coming with the smalls. Get ready.
All right. We'll leave it at that. Urshan NFT. Urshan, these are so cool. These pixel redraws of your wizard. Urshan says this is Judas up to his necromancy shit. Indeed. These are beautiful. Yeah, really love it. And then Solo Pops made a really joke with Solo Pops discovered something really scary. Dota's Forgotten Runes post is basically an exact replica of Sauron's tower.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think not either.
Dota's evil. We know this.
Yeah, I mean, he is the evil eye of Sauron, and we can say that because he's not gone, and he can't. He's gone, and he can't defend himself.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just pile on Dota. What do we got? Let's air out some laundry.
Yeah, never leave Wizard Wednesday again, Dota, or else this happens. Okay, Igduil got a really fun commission by Super Blizzard, merging Critters Cult with his wizard. I want to give a shout out to Critters Cult. That looks like a really cool project. I think Igduil shared it with me a few months ago, or maybe someone else did. I can't remember, but yeah,
it is a cool project.
What's that, Jitsi?
It is a cool project. It's on Solana, sadly, but their art that they make is fantastic. They just had like another, I don't know if it was community driven or from team. They did like a banner with a bunch of pixel art that was really thoughtful and you could mint over at Solana. But they're like one of the only projects that really interests me over there on that chain. But yeah, they have beautiful stuff.
Yeah,
you heard it, Jitsi, buy Solana right now.
I'm gonna say Critters Cult is basically a cross between Runes and Redwall. Do you know Redwall?
I love Redwall.
I knew you did,
dude. I remember reading that book as a kid, the first one, and just like full saying it into that world. It's so cool. I recommend everyone read Redwall. I love that you know that, Elf. Awesome.
Yeah.
What the frick is Redwall?
Of course, this uncultured swine.
Oh my God!
What?
Yeah.
Brian Jacques is not rolling over in his grave, but he's mad somewhere.
I'll wrestle him, whoever it is.
The guy with the bear on his head doesn't know what Redwall is.
Oh man, it's this really cute world built up with basically the main character is a mouse bear, and it's a bunch of forest creatures that you have a plot and everything else. Obviously,
did you say mouse bear? Because now I'm in.
We'll say mouse bear. If that gets you to read it, then mouse bear for sure.
Wait, we're talking about reading? You know I can't read. Come on.
Bro, I'm right there with you, but sometimes you got to read the great ones.
There's an animated show that was, I think, on PBS too. If you can't handle the reading, the show's pretty good, and it follows the books to a T.
Moving image is good.
We like pretty pictures.
Yeah, I did not know there was an animated Redwall. I need to see that. That sounds awesome.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I have so many animated films and series I need to watch now. Okay, the Baron Court, one of the top cult projects, hints at a possible use for the Komodo mounts. I think I called this a few weeks ago. Yeah, because they're wearing saddles. Why wouldn't wizards wear them? But you know what else? I checked my eggs today, and they have not hatched yet, and it's got to be more than 9 days, and I don't know if I need to do something to make them hatch. Does anybody know how to make your egg hatch?
Didn't you put it for like 30 days? I remember in Wizard Wednesday, didn't you and Dotta were just like, all right, YOLO, 30 days.
Oh, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of eggs too. Damn it, I forgot. I'm so bad at NFTs.
Okay, I just need to wait longer. All right. I'll wait longer. Thanks, Matto. Okay, and then we talked about this at the top of the hour, but yeah, the Dream Master bot, Magus Wazir, has been just sharing a lot of really fun AI gens. This one of the Bringer of the End Times is one of the best I think I've seen. What a badass character. So yeah, go play with the Dream Master bot. Magic Monday News, episode 35, Obsidian Tower, happened last Monday. The special guest was Inhuman. Treat of the week was the Candy Cane. And yeah. Oh damn it! I hit the wrong button and I lost my place.
Well, while you find it, I am going to say something pretty embarrassing, and
okay.
I have not participated in the advent calendar once. I feel like I deserve all the treats no matter what. So I've been trying to get Dotta just to send me them. It's not working.
Yeah. I have not done it either, Bear. The treat floor went up, so everybody suddenly realized there's utility for the treats. But yeah, there will be for real utility for the treats next, hopefully Q1 next year. Anyway, moving on. Frog Eater, our very own Frog Eater, shared a really fun wizard model. I think it was yesterday he shared this. And Entropy, you were asking about this, but yeah, it's super cute. Man, like every time Frog makes something, I just want to make the full collection in whatever style he does. And then Feckless commissioned a freaking adorable version of his Pinocchio soul, of his wooden boy soul, from an artist, Yohaiki. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yohakai. I don't know, but it's really really freaking cute. And I think that's it. Bear, Entropy, Waz, Matto, Jitsi, anything else?
I don't think so. Oh, I mean, if we can end on NFT Tommy. Tommy, if you want to come out, or Jitsi, should we wait until like we've like sort of planned it a little bit more, or what?
It's gonna go up tomorrow, so I mean maybe it's a good time to.
Maybe we should do that. NFT Tommy, get your buns up here. Or Jitsi, why don't you start telling us about it, and then Tommy can come up or not.
Sure. I mean, if anyone's seen the art that they've made, it's fantastic. And I think the idea is pretty simplistic. We're going to do a raffle tomorrow with some instructions. Tomorrow morning, it'll pop up probably in the AM. And we're going to raffle off the 2 pieces made. Shout out to all the art that was made. And if you want to get one made for yourself, contact them. Info will be in tomorrow's tweet when I put it out. But yeah, kind of self-explanatory. We want people to have the art and then hopefully make more art commission. So it's the idea.
Love it. I'm very excited. I think the plum's going to go quick.
Yeah, the plum's amazing.
I still don't understand how the plums ever became a thing.
Wasn't that Swan Lake? Or no?
I don't remember who started the plum stuff, but he was definitely there for it. I remember that.
I'm pretty sure Swan is taking responsibility for the plum, so you're all going to have to talk about that.
Give a Hoot is telling me that I missed 2 entries on the Cult Content Chronicle. I'm scrolling back through. Okay, Give a Hoot, I see 1 that I missed. So let me just shout that out real quick. Rune's TCG, of course, just announced some exciting new updates to their game. And let's see what they are. Let's see. I'm reading this now. Async gameplay support. You can leave and rejoin lobbies as many times as you want. Also integrated with our Discord bot to receive notifications when you act. That sounds. Oh, Give a Hoot's coming. He can probably tell it much better than I just did.
There we go. And Tommy's working right now, so we'll not be coming up to talk more about it. But look out for the tweet tomorrow.
All good. Give a Hoot, what's up?
Hey, what's happening? Happy Wizard Wednesday.
Hey, man.
What's up?
WW.
Yeah, just wanted to hop on real quick and talk about the update. I mean, it's a subtle one, but should be hopefully a lot of fun and make the game easier to play for people, especially that are busy or in different time zones. But Runes now supports gameplay where you can kind of like leave and join lobbies, and if you integrate with our Discord, we'll let you know when you need to do things like play a card or select your new cards for a new game. So it's kind of more of like a passive type game. When played like that, we'll still do like timers and stuff for tournaments or specific tournaments, but for more casual play, you can set up a lobby with someone and then like play throughout the day. So
fantastic.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. I love it. Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm trying to find the other one that I missed, and I think it's Sharon is telling me that there's a House of Wizards contest. I cannot see it displayed on Twitter. Does anybody have more details about it than I do?
Matto just left, so he would be the one.
Yeah, I've like some details, but I don't have them all either. As far as I know, I think it's like a small competition around the Warriors that's lore driven. I could be absolutely butchering that. I know it was an idea talked about a little while ago in DAO meetings, but that's that's all I have actually. I don't know much more.
Okay. Damn it! It is not. It's not for me. I do not see it. Okay. Okay. Tanya is confirming that it is not up there. All right. Sorry, guys. There is a House of Wizards contest of some time. Am I crazy? I feel like we may have talked about it in a previous Wizard Wednesday. It sounds very familiar.
Is this about the Warrior giveaway? Yeah,
I think so.
Like
the warrior that's holding a ham bone.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. There's a ham bone warrior. Igduel is posting it in the Secret Tower. I think you have to just write a story or art about Emerson of the Berg, and you submit it in Discord. Yeah, God, who was it that told us about this last week? I swear somebody came up and read a story about it.
So many things happen throughout the week. I lose track of that.
I know, dude. I lose track. A Shark Child. Yes, Shark Child did it. Yes. Thanks, Igduel. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. Basically, just submit artwork, story, video, AR, memes about this warrior. It's in the Wismus Warrior channel, and it's a contest to win this warrior token. That's basically it. Very exciting. And damn, that's a beautiful warrior. I mean, any warrior with a ham bone. Come on. All right. I think that's it. Anything?
I think we're ready to go.
We're ready to rock and roll. All right. And is next week the last Wizard Wednesday before the end of the year?
Let me check my calendar.
No, I think there's two left. I think there's two left.
There's the 20th and then the 27th.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, two left.
Okay, two left. All right, two left. We'll maybe we'll do something fun for the last one, but there's two left. Anyway, this has been Elf, Dotta, Bear, or no Dotta.
Dotta's not here, dog.
Old habit. Just Elf and Bear. Entropy, Give a Hoot, Jitsi.
You a Merry Christmas.
The one who Bing Bong with a broken leg.
Merry Christmas.
Jitsi, do you want to sing us out?
Sing us out.
That's all I got.
That's solid. You're pitch perfect, baby.
Thanks, bud.
All right, love you guys. Kissy, kissy.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I'm out.
Jitsi.